Good afternoon, Ricardo. Good afternoon. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Good morning. Ah, that's what I was waiting for. Download. Download. Fucking Blue Jays right outside that window again. Well, come on, download. The fuck? Okay. Content. I really got to get this shit ready to go before I go live next time. Live. Happy Friday. Hashtag. Then change thumbnail. Upload. Save changes. Und wir are good. Okay. And then we're going to do this right here. And then we're good. Guten Morgen. How's everybody today? Your grandfather used to hit you with a back scratcher? One of these? I use it to scratch my back. Your great grandma, sorry, your great grandma would. Okay. Yo, you look like Bob Mortimer. Who's Bob Mortimer? Bob Mortimer. The fuck is Bob Mortimer? Comedian. I look nothing like this guy. He's balding and has a 5 o'clock shadow. Is there a lens crafter or a Pearl Vision near you, sir? You might want to make an appointment, go in and see the guy. In the meantime, just whatever you're seeing, just aim for the one in the middle. You're a good boy, aren't you? You're just a good boy. That's a good boy. Happy Friday to you too, Screw Louie. How you doing? Hey, say hello to the people. Say hello to the people. Say hello to the people. It's a good doggy. Are you a good doggy? Are you a good puppy? Are you a good puppy? If you are, it's a good puppy. You want me to rub your chest fat? This is our dog Clyde. He is, how old are you now? 11, 12? Answer me when I speak to you. That's right. The last time you talked to me, we had done something beforehand. Hang on, just hold the phone. You want some? No. Give me a minute. You could tell me how old you are again. You want to thank me for what, Ray? Mazel tov to you, Courtney. Hey, Renee. How old is Clyde? 12. He'll be 12 in July. So no, I don't think we ever said anything about 14. Um, Bonnie died at 7. And then we've got, I think our oldest cat is 8 or 9. Turtle Piece, how you doing? Is my wife a mod here? Yes, we need to add her as a moderator in here. Oh, damn it. Okay, let me go turn it off again. Fred, the oldest is 7? You are woman like? The fuck does that even mean? Everybody just hold off on Troy. Let's let him elaborate on his comment where he says I am woman like. Bro, please punch the wall. Why would I punch the wall? I own the wall. The fuck, after all. I'm just curious as to what he thinks a woman is supposed to look like. It means you're ladylike. Dude, if I am your definition of ladylike, then you need to get the fuck out your village and go sow your oats. You understand what I'm saying? Like in the realm of women, I resemble the wife of a Russian beet farmer. If this is what you have to choose from at the bar at night, damn. You know what I mean? I can see why some folks out in the rural areas start dogging their sheep if that's what they're dealing with. Maybe you should get to the city. Dig deep, maybe pay for it. Almost every time my dad texts me, he ends it by saying, I'll text you later. I'm going to get some tacos, something along those lines. Well, I mean, he's consistent, right? Good afternoon from Georgia. Good afternoon from the Chicagoland. Macho guy is afraid to come out. Huh? My dad eats like 20 tacos a week. That's impressive. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you. Connecticut. I never understood why the C was silent, but the S is silent in Illinois, so I guess I really I don't want to talk. Connecticut, how you doing? Washington. Is that Washington, D.C. or Washington State? Valparaiso, Indiana. Okay. Northwest Indiana. When I fly in, I pick up some of the good stuff right away. Yeah, we got good dispensaries here, that's for sure. Washington State, the PNW, home of Bigfoot. How am I doing today? I'm doing fine. It's my day off. I ran some errands this morning. Took care of some business in regard to our website, our carrier. Took a shower. Gonna hang out for a minute and then take our son to bowling. And my wife and I are gonna go see a show. India, hello. There is no R in Washington. I understand that, but it depends on where you're at as to how it's pronounced. Here it's Washington, no R. Southern Indiana, where I went to high school, that's Washington. Are you smoking papers? Well, I mean, I'm smoking papers that are filled with stuff, not just papers. I'm trying to figure out why the incoming voltage to my house is all over the place. Okay, that's a call a guy thing for me. If you want to fuck with electricity, good luck to you. Um, what's Tommy's bowling average? Renee, are you listening? Is it in the 150s or where's he at? He's 160? Okay. I'm originally from the mid Appalachia area, and that is correct. Oh, you have an electrical background? Well, good for you. I do not fuck with electrical. That's for goddamn sure. Howdy from Texas, says this person. Booty hole of MAGA. Booty hole. Okay, so Florida's the wang, Texas is the booty hole. That makes like Louisiana and South Mississippi the taint. Well, and the Panhandle. That's your taintal region. Are you from the South? No, I am not from the South. Conley, how you doing? I am. I'm in the suburbs of Chicago. I'm in Northeast Illinois. Do I think Texas might flip blue? No. So it's basically the schlong. Well, that would be Florida. Yes, America's incubator of butt sweat and theme parks. You're hiding from work. Right on. I would love to see Texas flip. I just don't think it's going to. I think that you're going to see some things happen in this election that are going to be dissected and talked about as we head into 2028. I think you're going to see Democrats take control of the House, possibly the Senate, but we're not going to win in places where we think we're going to win, I think, in some instances. So since you are from Chicago, thoughts on King Von, the greatest man in Chicago? From Chicago, well, if you think King Von is the greatest man from Chicago, then you and I begin with a fundamentally differing point of view. Uh, what about the living room? Oh, fun being in living history. Yeah, the period of time that we are in right now is going to be talked about in the history books for 1,000 years. Yes, I'm going to be making a piece of content tomorrow about Mockler and Jennings. Scott Jennings should be let go immediately. That's the thing. I don't even know who the hell King Von is. So it certainly isn't the greatest man from Chicago. I mean, I'm sure once am told who he is, it'll like go, oh, that guy. Oh, he's a rapper and a brutal gangster. No wonder why I don't know him. Jordan? Well, I mean, I don't think there is a greatest man from Chicago. A lot of great men came and women came from Chicago. Um, from an athletic standpoint, I think that you put Jordan at the top of the list for sure. Great to see you doing a live. Thank you. Hey, listen. So for everybody that has never gotten a chance to see one of my lives, just a reminder: all of the lives that I do are saved in the form of a video on my channel here on YouTube. So just kind of as you go to my channel and you scroll through and you see all the different categories for you, most popular videos, shorts, blah, 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 all the way down near the bottom, you'll see past lives. They're all there for you to go catch up on. You're in a pickle and you want my advice. Okay. tell me what your issue is, and I'll tell you if I'm even remotely qualified to be giving you advice. And then I'm going to remind you not to take advice from strangers online, but let it fly. Do you drive a big car and live in the suburbs while shopping at Walmart? I drive a 2021 Jeep Cherokee stripped down. Yeah, we shop at Walmart because it's the most affordable place that you can get groceries around here. And yes, we live in the far southwest suburbs. I live in a little over a quarter of an acre lot, regular old lot. I have a well and a septic system. My town is surrounded by cornfields as I'm on the very edge of the suburbs. Yeah. What is driving a big car in the suburbs got to do with anything, though? And no, it's not a big car. Jim Flag, thank you very much for the donation. A little help for the channel, as always. Greatly appreciated. Nice dead guitar. Thank you very much. I tried to cool it down with a ham from the fridge. Ooh, okay. I missed a part here. I used Nad's hair removal cream on. Okay, right away. I'm not the guy to be asking. You are barking up the wrong tree. You are seeking advice from the wrong sage. Whatever the hell you decided to put on or do to your willies, you twig and berries, you two veg. That's between you, your sack, and whatever God it is you pray to. So I suggest you get to your local urgent care or emergency room, whip that sumbitch out on the counter right there, and go. I need someone to look at that. Would you like a high speed bullet train in Chicago? I think that the public transportation system in the city of Chicago works just fine. It's actually one of the top rated public transportation systems in the country. What I would like is high speed rail across the country. Like, for example, my wife and I were just talking about this today. We got to go to Miami this summer for a cruise. We're going to have to fly down there, but she looked at a train. It's like fucking 52 hours. 52 hours to take a train from Chicago to Miami is fucking insane. 48 hours. Yes, I do listen to a little metal. Predominantly, I'm into classic rock, but as you can see here, I do have Cliff, the major rager on the four string motherfucker, here on the wall. But you can tell it's a little bit of a mixture. You got the Grateful Dead, Bob Marley, the Beatles, ZZ Top, Eddie Van Halen, the Eagles, AC/DC, Johnny Mellencamp, Cliff, Black Crows, Ozzy, Dave Matthews, Stevie Nicks, Jimi Hendrix, Jerry again, and it goes on and on and on. 48 hours, yes, on a train. We desperately need high speed rail in this country. How you doing, buddy? Honey, if you're gonna make videos, I can close my door. Thoughts on Jim Morrison? Love me some Jim Morrison. The Doors rock. Before you go, make sure you're set. Save rate. Check gas prices near you. Yeah, no fucking shit. Check gas prices. What I all of this pain is being felt because of this goddamn war. All of it. Every fucking ounce of it is because of what's happening with the strait. Pete Hegseth just testified before the congressional hearing that we are winning this war, yet we cannot open the strait. Today, Iran sent a proposal, a peace proposal to the United States, and Donald Trump said he does not accept the terms of that peace deal. Why do you have to accept any peace deal? You said you've already won this war. This is the part I don't understand about the MAGA crowd is why the fuck they don't hear Donald Trump say we've decimated them, their leadership is gone, their navy's gone, their air force is gone, their missiles are gone, their air defense is gone. We own the strait, but then don't understand why we're still negotiating with the enemy that we've defeated. Why can't we get a cargo ship through the strait? What is it about putting on a red hat that makes you completely and utterly lose connection with reality? I admire the hell out of Canada. If we won, why are we still there? It starts before that. If we won, why isn't the fucking strait open? If the strait was open, we could alleviate some of the pain that we're feeling at the pump. We could begin to get fertilizer to the agriculture sectors. We could begin to get the various components that need to get moved through that strait moved, but we can't. If we've won the war, if we've decimated them, we should be able to do whatever the fuck we want with the strait, but we can't. And that's the part that maggot continues to miss in this whole equation. If you can't get a fucking ship through the strait, then you haven't won anything. They can still bomb fucking ships in the strait. Lost connection before the hat. There is no winner in war. Absolutely. Well, yeah, there is, but there isn't. I understand what you're saying. You work at Culver's. You've raised your prices 3 times since Trump went in office. Say, do you think EV is taking over ICE cars? ICE cars, vehicles that ICE drives? No, we're not tired of winning yet, obviously. Fresh produce is going to go up when the farmers can't get fertilizer. So will beef, poultry, anything that's made and processed here. I don't understand Trump's relationship with Pakistan, but then again, I don't understand Trump's relationship with anybody. I truly don't. I don't understand why, of all the people, Trump is letting Pakistan negotiate this peace deal. I know we have a history of working with Pakistan. Um, we had a very long history of working with Pakistan when it came to Russia invading Afghanistan back in the 80s. But it's like you thought you were the greatest negotiator of all time. Um, gas cars. Do I drive a gas car or an EV? I drive. We all have gas vehicles. Um, I have to get a new vehicle in a couple of years. I would love to look very seriously at the Volkswagen electric bus, but the range isn't enough. I would never own a Tesla as long as I live. And I think going back to another Jeep Cherokee now that they've redesigned them and turned them into hybrids is probably the next best step for me. You were fact checking your mother? Damn, shit's getting serious over there. Yeah, you said you have a Toyota hybrid. So, like I said, the Jeep Cherokee went away, I think, after 22 or 23, and then they redesigned it and brought it back this year. And it's a hybrid, and it's getting like really good mileage for the tank. You're going to be able to really go far on a tank. So you're still using gas, but you're now sort of sipping gas a little bit. You know what I mean? I don't know shit about Chinese EVs. I have a cheap Jeep Cherokee. Maggie has a Cherokee. Renee has a Grand Cherokee, and Lily has a Jeep Renegade. Yes, he is the self-proclaimed greatest negotiator. Renee, I said if you wanted to do videos, I can shut my door or shut this off. Toyota did hybrids before everyone else, so they got all the bugs out. Thoughts on the economy? It's not looking too good right now. It's heading in the wrong direction. It's costing everybody way more to live. Prices spiked after COVID. When we came out of COVID, demand for everything spiked to really high levels like prior to COVID, and everybody was trying to make up for the losses. Um, so the prices went up, everything spiked, and they were coming back down. And we have now seen since Donald Trump has been in office, they've gone right back up. The price of quite literally everything, with the exception of eggs, I think is back up. But your grocery bill is high, your gas bill is high, your health insurance bill is high, um, and it's only getting worse. Oh no, yeah, I understand it's being felt in other places, Canada. It's being felt in Europe. I'm talking about it from a U.S. standpoint, because it's our fucking idiot president that's doing it. How ready am I to vote in the midterms? More than you will ever know. More than you will ever fucking know. Europe is getting, yeah, Europe's getting hammered. I looked in my app the other day. Baking chocolate has doubled since 2022. That's fucking crazy. Did you see Political where the regime is now starting to go after birth control? No, I have not seen that yet. I don't know what the hell that was. Well, yeah, we've been hearing from people that we know that are having electric bills that are unsustainable. And it's not, I know that people toss the term unsustainable around a lot. And it's like, yeah, you say unsustainable, but what it is it just really fucking hurts. No, some of these numbers are unfucking sustainable. Um, I don't know how some people are paying for some of this stuff. I really don't. Have you ever seen a report of American families relying on hamburger helper due to cost? Well, I've seen it play out in the comment section of my videos. I did a video months ago talking about the at one point in time the average price of a pound of ground beef was more than the federal minimum wage, and we were talking about how do you make meals stretch in today's day and age. And shockingly, a shit ton of people talked about how they mix beans in with their meat to make their meat stretch. Electric bills are jumping all over the place. People are getting six, seven, $800 electric bills that nobody. Now, listen, I know one family member that has said, "Listen, we got a high electric bill, but also our place is very inefficient. It leaks the energy." But then again, we know other people that are in a two-bedroom apartment in a very shady area that are getting electric bills that are just no, you can't have those kind of electric bills. At one point, a whole ribeye side was. Are you saying $4.25 or 425 at Costco? Because there's no like, how do underground cities get Tesla free electric? I have no fucking idea. I have no fucking idea. The experiments that guy was doing at the University of Florida are frightening as shit. 425. Damn. Thoughts on the Ukraine Russia war? It should end immediately. Russia should go home. Okay, so I see what you're saying. This issue with Iran and the increased energy prices is going to be something that it's going to be a catalyst. It's going to accelerate solar and wind. It's going to accelerate renewables. Maybe. I mean, you would think that it would have happened in the 70s when we had the oil embargo, you know, and uh, there were lines for gas, and you were limited to how many gallons of gas you could buy and whatnot. Um, I saw a clip from the TV show Landman where he was explaining to the new lawyer how, like, with these wind turbines, it's not as clean as you might think, and how heavily of a petroleum based product industry society we have. And he said something in this exchange that I think is absolutely true. He said, if Exxon or Mobil thought that windmills and green energy were the way to make billions of dollars, because it's the future, they'd be putting them up all over the place. But at the end of the day, it has to be, because you're living off of we are living off of a finite product in oil. You know, there's only so much of it. Now, granted, we're not going to run out of it in my lifetime, your lifetime, my great great grandchildren's lifetime. But at some point in time, we will. So it just doesn't make any sense why we continue to live off of it instead of figuring out how to get the fuck off of it immediately, and never have to worry about any of our energy coming from any nation that doesn't like us ever again. You can still drill for oil for military purposes for the next 2,000 years, whatever. But let's get the rest of society on the renewables. Greenland, no, America's not going to annex anything. Donald Trump's all talk. He wants to say that he got this piece of land. So the history books forever and ever and ever and ever and ever say Donald Trump got this last territory that is now this part of the United States. It's not going to happen. China is speeding it up, and then they're putting us solar panels. There are solar panels going up everywhere around here. Solar farms, and for some reason, the local population just loses their ever loving fucking minds every time another solar panel farm gets put up. Oh, they're a fucking eyesore. Okay, then don't fucking look at them. I think it's better to look at than a fucking nuclear power plant that's supplying a chunk of our energy currently. Well, why can't we put them on top of buildings and carports, parking garages and warehouses and shit? Excellent idea, but you have to have the people who own those things agree to it. You know, why are we giving up all of this farmland? Because the person that owned the farmland did the math, and they're going to make way more money leasing to a solar farm than they will actually farming the land. They didn't do this lease because it was not beneficial for them financially. They did it because it was beneficial for them financially. And that's the thing that drives me nuts about the people around here, right? A, a farm gets sold so that a warehouse can go up, right? A farmer sells their land to a developer who wants to build a warehouse. A warehouse gets built. The local population bitches about the warehouse. They bitch about the company that's going to use the warehouse. They bitch about the village board that approved the warehouse. They bitch about the truckers in and out of the warehouse, but none of them ever bitch about the farmer that sold the land to the warehouse. The very first step in the entire chain. No warehouse, no trucks, no village approval, no nothing if the farmer doesn't sell their land to the warehouse. So why don't you ever bitch about the farmer? Well, they're our friends. Okay, so they're not to blame for it. They're part of the community. Gotcha. Okay. I agree. They're part of the community. They're a great part of the community. But they're the ones that sold the fucking land. If you want to bitch at somebody, go bitch at them. Well, farmers thought that Trump was going to bail them out because he bailed them out the last time. And boy, did he fucking leave them hanging this time. What, it gave you $12 billion. Awesome. They said we lost about 90. Didn't even come close to making the farmers in this country whole this time around. But we gave $20 billion to a Central American country, and we gave $10 billion to Donald Trump's peace initiative. So while that $30 billion could have been used by the farmers who had their Asian markets yanked out from underneath them, they went to other countries. So America first, American debt is stupid that we have as much debt as we do. 90 for 12, all right, checks out. Didn't Trump increase the debt by 3 trillion this term? I don't know how much it is this term. It was 8.2 trillion, I think, in his first 4 years. That ruling, okay, so the Supreme Court ruling that dismantles the part of the Voting Rights Act that says you can't redraw lines based on racial discrepancies. That's the part the Supreme Court did away with. And that was so fucking important for eradicating black districts in the South that the state of Louisiana has postponed their primary, which is set to come up like May 8th or 7th or something like the 6th. Yeah, the governor went, yeah, we're not doing that primary until we have a chance to look at these maps now that the Supreme Court has ruled that we can draw maps based on racial differences. We can start eliminating black districts that all always vote Democratic. They literally stopped the fucking primary. That has been challenged. I'm sure that is being expedited through the Louisiana judicial system. But yeah, the governor of Louisiana, the Republican governor of Louisiana, canceled the fucking primary so that they could draw out some black Democratic districts. It's fucking insane. That is fucking insane. But that's where we're at right now. So, in response, California has said, all right, then you're going to leave us no choice. The Democrats in California are saying this now. You're going to leave us no choice. We're going to have no choice but to redistrict again, and we're going to make it 52 to nothing, Democrats. Because states like New York, Illinois, and California can do that. They can they can manipulate the population maps. The new one that Illinois is talking about doing takes everything. So if you go a few miles, I don't know how many miles south of Springfield, and you just cut a line across the state, they're going to call everything south of that one red district, and then the rest of the state is going to be broken up into several blue districts. But will they? I mean, they've already redistricted once. Yeah, they probably will. Are me and Hawk homies? We know each other. We don't like we. I can't remember the last time that we've texted each other, but we have each other's phone numbers, and we've spoken to each other offline. I probably talk to Hawk's brother more than Hawk because we bounce ideas, behind the scenes content creation ideas. How do you do this? How what do you use for this? That kind of stuff. Chris, how you doing? Civil unrest due to the midterms, possibly. The poor will always win in economics. Elaborate, please. Mike, aloha. President Baldy Small Cock Mrs. Jim Crow. Jesus fucking Christ. Canada, hello. So yeah, Louisiana is actively seeking to redistrict now. Florida is actively seeking to redistrict, and Tennessee is actively seeking to redistrict. And now they're looking at now with the Supreme Court decision, they're also looking at Georgia, Mississippi, and Alabama, and they say they're going to wipe the fucking blue districts off the fucking map down there. When it's all said and done with, there might be 4 to 6 blue districts across the entire South, with the exception of Texas. What's for dinner? I think we're going to go out for Mexican and we're going to go see a show. I have fans in Canada. Thank you. Thoughts about Israel? I don't know. The people of Israel are fine. The government of Israel sucks ass. Triple cheeseburger with fries. That's a bit much. Democrat Party is on life support. No, it's not. And that's the thing is, these things always are cyclical. They go up, they go down. All the Republican Party's almost dead. All the Democratic Party's almost dead. It's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. And you can tell it's not going anywhere because the people that don't like the old school mainstream Democratic Party still use the Democratic Party when it comes time to run for office. Bernie Sanders, Graham Plattner, people like that. They run as a Democrat. Is Graham running as a Democrat? Yeah, he is. Liberty is on life support. Listen, America is going to continue to live on, but how late are you? We've been going for 42 minutes. But America goes through these instances where it changes forever. And it's going through one of those right now. Democrat Party is done. You be sure and tell yourself that when you see the election results. Do you think that Trump will try to take over my country of Canada? No. It's a lot of talk. Even he's not that fucking stupid. Great to catch you live. Either make us or break us. Can you explain what the last part is about? Cuba, he's going to hit. I believe we're going to go into Cuba. Canada, no. I don't think he's going to try Greenland. I think he's going to hit Cuba. I wouldn't be surprised if we went into Panama. Colombia, I wouldn't be surprised with. We've already had military incursions in Ecuador. We've gone into Venezuela. Um, what the hell do we want Cuba for? I'm telling you. I'm telling you what this is about. Okay. Donald Trump is about slapping his name on shit. That's what he has done his entire life. Donald Trump wants to take something like Cuba. That's now ours. So, forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, no matter what happens throughout history, he will be remembered as the guy that got Cuba, along with all the other shit. But it's like him. He's putting his fucking name on it, right? He's the guy that got it, and he's already forever going to be remembered as the guy that started the Space Force. Right, the Space Force isn't going anywhere. It's going to be a branch of the military forever, and he's the guy that started it. That's what he's about. That's what he's about. Hey, thanks, Fama 87. Yeah, Trump can't get over mashed potatoes, ego and vanity. Yes, it is ego and vanity. Damn, I got a hanger. You already had a federal space agency. He turned it into a military thing instead of a science thing. You talking about NASA? NASA is still NASA. It's just it's had some of its funding cut, obviously, and every now and again, astronauts need to go to the White House and stand there next to this fucking thing and pretend like they give a shit about him. Will Russia back Cuba if he attacks? I don't know. I don't know if that relationship is what it once was. As a Canadian, you're going to boycott everything that is from America that you can. I totally understand. I would too if I were you. These astronauts don't really have a choice but to go there and stand if they want to keep their fucking jobs. You know what I mean? Those astronauts that went to the White House and stood there next to fucking pervert Hoover. Um, can you imagine the odor that comes off of that fucking guy? Oh, the Olympic hockey team. They buy into that shit. Trump smells like bad compost. Somebody else says smells like decay. God damn. Like, men, have you ever had like fucking body odor and ball sweat so bad you could smell yourself? Imagine motherfuckers within like 20 feet of you smelling that. Plus a shitty spray on tan, whatever hair products he uses. Mm, some from under. Can we do an Occupy Pennsylvania Avenue like we did on Wall Street? I mean, you can try. You're going to get gassed by the federal government. That's what's going to happen. And then he'll just start closing streets throughout Washington D.C., starting around the White House, and then nobody will be able to move through there. Um, were you being a smartass there, JN? Hopefully, at least those astronauts were nose blind from the trip. Man, did you take a look at on their faces? Like, mm, glass situation. In my opinion, we are. Yes, he did gas people, and then did a photo op. The last time that there was a protest out in front of the White House. Your tummy is upset now. It makes you wanna. It makes you kind of throw up in your mouth a little bit. You know what I mean? Because they want to punish pedos. It's actually Swiss orange concealer. Freedom costs. Yeah, it's going to cost us some new fucking mattresses and sheets when this fucking thing moves out of the people's house. They're going to have to be burning mattresses by the fucking ton. The White House tells Congress that hostilities with Iran have terminated. All right, then get the fuck out of there. What are you waiting on a peace deal for? Get the fuck out. Sorry, that was a headline that just came across. Oh, Barron is definitely as he looks just like him. Physically speaking, Barron Trump is Trump through and through. Look at them side by side, man. Can we talk about the U.S. putting all of our troops up in civilian hotels in the GCC countries? Well, because the fucking bases are getting bombed. Iran keeps lobbing missiles into military bases that they can't protect. So they've pulled them back and put them up in the hotels. It's like, what the fuck's going on? Get the fuck out of there. They're not rebooting The Apprentice with Barron. They're rebooting The Apprentice with Don Jr. The network is in serious talks about bringing the show The Apprentice back, which Trump owns apparently, and rebooting it with his son Don Jr. in the lead role. Cokehead himself. Oh, it's not going to cost us very much to prosecute James Comey because that case is going to get thrown out as soon as it hits the court. As soon as James Comey arrives in court and his lawyers start arguing that this should be thrown out, it's going to get fucking thrown out rapidly. I was trying to think of an adjective there and I didn't have one, so yes, Barron is tall. You're 7 feet tall in Kentucky. I'm 5'9", 5'10", depending on which liquor store I'm leaving at the moment. It's an old joke. Oh, it's going to cost James Comey in some legal fees. Yeah, he's going to fuck with James Comey by continuing to indict him on stupid shit. But see, that's the thing. Everything that they bitch about James Comey about, well, James Comey, spied on the Trump campaign when he was in office. James Comey, worked with Hillary Clinton on the dossier. James Comey did this. Well, why haven't you charged him with any of that? Why are you charging him with the fucking meme that he posted on Instagram? Because you don't have a case on anything. So you're fucking with him to make it hurt as much as humanly possible because it makes him have to go pay fucking lawyers to defend himself. Um, yeah. Listen, Donald Trump is a subhuman bucket of liquid dog shit. Okay. He is the worst our country can possibly fucking produce. And we cannot get him out of office fast enough. But as long as he's in office, he's going to do shit like this. He is going to fuck with people that he doesn't like. He's going to weaponize the Justice Department, and he's going to use them to go after people in ways like this. And the last thing that they indicted Comey for got thrown out in 12 fucking seconds. This is going to get thrown out too. He went after he started doing the investigation into Jerome Powell. They dropped that shit lickety fucking split. It's Trump fucking with people. Who do I want as president? Well, I'd like to see Pete Buttigieg in there, but that's not going to happen. Are you a fan of country music? No. And I did see that Dave and Alec Coe passed away yesterday. Who has a long and storied career, but obviously the song that most people know him by is the song "Take This Job and Shove It." I ain't working here no more. Yeah, he died yesterday. Sludge from the septic cleanout. All right, calm down. Just kidding. Would I vote for Tucker Carlson for president? I would have rather have a living snake shoved up my urethra. I would rather have a proctology exam every day than vote for Tucker fucking Carlson. Used to work at a restaurant back in the 2000s, and when David Allen Coe came to Columbus to play, he would come to the restaurant because he knew the owner. Seemed like a nice guy. R.I.P. Yeah, right on. Please tell me my body to pick a temperature. What? If you voted for Trump, Sapient here says he hopes your next colonoscopy is done by a plumber. No, I would never vote for Trump for anything, and he can't run in 28, so it doesn't really matter. Pete Buttigieg, Mayor Pete. Man, come on with these fucking hidden messages. Really, YouTube? You hid the word menopause? Oh, Carrie is having a hot flash. Gotcha. Okay. You'd vote for Trump again? Then you're an imbecile. A man can never be a woman? Good for you. You go, Tiger. You tell him. Shout it from the mountaintops. My wife is postmenopausal. Any questions? Yeah, what's that like? Because it's got to get cold in your bedroom without all that heat. Well, anyone would be better than J.D. Vance, who thought the Haitians in Ohio were eating cats. Yeah, I don't think that he actually thought that. I just think that J.D. Vance is a good boy and he does what he's told. She puts out, but she's not climbing the walls like before. The fuck? Yes, saw that earlier, Drew. Trump got pissed off at the European Union for something, and he announced that he's raising the tariffs on European cars coming to the United States by 25%. Because why not? I mean, he just you haven't fucked the economy up enough. Let's do it again. Let's do it some more. How long does menopause last? Why, that would depend on who you ask. My wife thinks it lasts approximately 83 and a half years. Jimmy Kimmel 2028. No. Trump's motto. Let's see what I can fuck up today. What is this here? We got people arguing over Corvettes and BMWs in the comment section. Jeez, Louise. Depends on the BMW, somebody says. Here, watch. Yeah, what do we got here? Shoots trash. Gone. The problem has been taken care of. See? Oh, Elcro. I had a handful fucking eons ago, first half of the 90s, but only a handful. Um, did you put something in the wash on? Trump is wiping his ass with the Constitution. Yeah. And smearing his sweat and shit and tainted juices and from under cheese all over it. Oh, well, thank you. Huh? If someone is going to repeatedly lie false merit lawsuits, the defendants shouldn't have to pay legal fees. Well, the legal fees, but you're talking about to their own lawyers? Unfortunately, they have to pay their own lawyers. Yes, this is a wood carving of Bob Marley over my shoulder. Scottsdale, Arizona. Yes, indeed. Once again, where a baby's first words are often, but it's a dry heat. Actually, that's more like Tempe and Phoenix. In Canada, if you lose, you automatically pay the others. There is no, you don't have to put in for it. Like dry heat is better than humid heat. Yes, admittedly. Interesting. Well, it's almost 2 o'clock our time. Our son gets home in an hour. An hour after that, I got to get him. We got to get him to the bowling alley, and then we're gonna go do our stuff. So I'm gonna go sit down next to my wife and harvest some content. Okay. Uh, Shalom. We'll talk to you guys later.